Work. Work.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Duane Thompson back again with you. I'm your food entrepreneur's product mentor. And today we're going to continue our discussion about doing business with the federal government. We're going to take a look at another tool that will help you do your marketing with the federal government. And this particular tool is called a capability statement. This is a very special and important tool that's going to help you be able to identify you, your company, and your product with the federal government. And it's a must-have. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to go to the computer. We're going to take a look at a PowerPoint presentation that's going to detail all the information and items that your capability statement must have before you submit it to any of the federal government agencies. Okay, so let's get to it. I thought I'd start by putting our capability statement up so that you can see a sample of what a capability statement, actual capability statement that works for us, what it looks like. So we just took a picture of this background here of tacos. Our product is salsa. This is actually a one-page document, front and back. So what you're looking at now is the front page. I have DUNS number blacked out here. That's just some information that you don't really want out there. But this is what the front page looks like. It has our information here on basically what our cage codes are. It has our certifications for small business. It has our certifications for we're in Virginia. So it has our Virginia information. And then, of course, it has our next codes, which we already talked about in a previous video. You can see the next codes are actually listed here. And as I said before, you can have more than one. So you can list however many that you can find that is pertinent to whatever your product is. So we want to definitely, on the front page, list out your next codes, because what's going to happen is, as contracting officers or federal government procurement officers are reviewing your data, they're going to make sure that your next codes match up to what they're looking for. And if you're, for example, going to the Naval Exchange for a product, they're going to want to make sure that you understand how to do business with the government, and they're going to go look for these next codes here to make sure that they correspond to the products that you're selling, and that they can incorporate them into whatever retail store or purchase procurement paperwork that's needed. So this makes it easier for them to be able to cross-reference your product to whatever their needs are. And you also want to have your information, your contact information on the front so they can reach you. Now, going to the second page, you'll see that we list our products here. Basically what we have, what our products are, the sizes they come in. They're available in commercial sizes as well. You never know exactly what the procurement officers are looking for products for. Sometimes they're looking for them to go into a cafeteria. Sometimes they're looking for them to go overseas. It's just a lot of different reasons why they'll be looking for different products. So you want to try to put as much information here as possible to let them know that you can accommodate them on however, whatever your product, whatever their needs are, that your product can fit it. So we put here basically a little bit about the company. We talk about some of our growing practices. And then we list out some of our value-added commodity as a processor. We list out some of the things that we do uniquely that maybe some other salsa manufacturers or product manufacturers do not. So we highlight some of those things. We talk about our recycling, Go Green, Sustainable Living Education Program workshops. So these are all the things that set our company out apart from the others. So you can follow suit. Now, another thing I wanted to point out here is at the bottom. You want to try to incorporate in your capability statement some of the entities that you have previously worked for or work with. You don't necessarily have to work with them in a prime capacity or as a sole contractor capacity. You could have had a subcontract, or you could have worked inside or around that agency in some type of way. You can definitely put it and use that information on your capability statement, because you want to show some type of past performance when dealing with the federal government. You know, they like to see that you have dealt with the agency or agencies in the past. So that just kind of makes it easier for them to deal with you, so that you know exactly what to expect when dealing with the government. And again, we put all the information, contact information on the second page. I want to try to keep that on both pages, because you definitely want to make sure that they have the ability to contact you. Okay, so this is our capability statement. We just wanted to be able to share this with you. Got some very nice colors in it, stands out. So I would suggest you do the same. All right. And what they'll eventually do with this is a marketing tool. Let's keep that in mind. This is a marketing tool, and you'll want to send this to as many agencies that you want to deal with, and they'll put it on file for you. And, you just never know when they're going to need it. So this is the capability statement for Service Products of Russell Foods. Okay, so let's get into the PowerPoint presentation. Okay, and here we are at the PowerPoint presentation. So let's get right into it. So in this module, you'll be able to, number one, identify the reasons a strong capability statement helps you do business with federal agencies. Number two, identify the key components of a capability statement. And number three, create a capability statement that can effectively sell your company and product to potential clients. All right, so the executive summary: a capability statement tells potential clients who you are, what you do, and how you are different from your competitors. Government contracting has developed into a competitive marketplace. Companies of all sizes successfully sell products and services to their government agencies. A capability statement is a critical tool in government contracting, no matter what size you represent. So you definitely need a capability statement. It does not matter if you have a product or a service. It doesn't matter if you have 1 employee to 3,000 employees. You want a capability statement. So what is a capability statement? A capability statement is a snapshot of your company and products that serves as a resume for your business. Capability statements are used to compare you with other vendors. Many government agencies require that a capability statement be submitted with bids. Similarly, prime contractors can require potential subcontractors to submit capability statements before doing business with them. A specific thing that we probably should mention here is that these capability statements aren't just necessarily for procurement officers of the federal government. You can also share them between B2B or business to business. These people aren't so much your competitors, but could be your business partners. So just keep that in mind. All right, what else can a capability statements do for you? So a capability statement primary purpose is for marketing. That is the primary purpose. It is your calling card or your large business card. The information in capability statements can be valuable when used as brochures, websites, and other promotional literature. When you add information about awards, certifications, and clients, the capability statement can create a sense of trust and show maturity of your business. Okay, capability statement format. A capability statement should be brief, only 1 or 2 pages, no more, to the point and specifically related to the individual agency's needs. Visually interesting with a graphic entity similar to your company's brand and logo. A searchable document that can be easily changed and sent as a PDF. Capability statement contents. All right, include the following information in your capability statement. Core competencies. Introduce the company's core competency and relate those to the customer specific needs. So in our case, our core competency is going to be a product, a specific product. You're definitely going to relate whatever that specific product in your core competency area of your capability statement. Past performance. Describe any similar work that you have performed for past customers. This is that area where you want to try to incorporate the logos. Corporate data. List your business details, facilities or office locations. List all significant and strategically placed office locations. Company data. Include the size of your firm, your revenue, your available resources, your insurance and bonding capacity, and the typical geographical area that you serve. So all these things should go in there. Again, make it brief. You want to try to fit as much information in 2 pages as possible. You want them to contact you to talk to you about your business, what you do, and how you can help. Make sure your contact information goes on both pages front, top, down, as many places that you can fit it, that it makes sense, put it up there. You definitely want these agents and people to be able to find an easy way to contact you and don't have to hunt to find your email address or your telephone number. You want to put that in bold text so that they can look up or down and they can contact you in either way. And then, of course, as we talked about before, your relevant codes, DUNS, your cage number, your next codes. I know we haven't talked about the NIGP number, it's more for services, but the first three is what we're going to focus on, your DUNS, your cage, and your next code. Okay, now let's talk about your core competencies. All right, so you want to explain your core competencies and highlight your unique value proposition. So a core competency is a bundle of skills and technologies that enable your firm. Number one, to provide a particular benefit to your customers, to create a barrier or entry for competitors, to be leveraged to enter new markets. To build your core competency, analyze your operations and determine what part of your business can deliver exceptional results within short time frames. This is pretty much a key factor because we all have different products and we all do our food products well, exceptionally well. So these are the areas where you could shine in your capability statement where others can't. All right, qualifications and credentials. You definitely want to have an area on your capability statement will cover this area. So under this area, you want to establish how much market share you have in your given area of expertise and where you're looking to go in the future. You know, if you want your future outlook for your product is international sales, you know, you should just put a brief mention in there with that you are looking to expand this product to international sales and you're open to the possibilities of that. Okay, credentials are an example of previous unique client experiences that you leverage for future projects. Qualifications and credentials should capture the essence and value added and the client need fulfilled by your company. Include customer kudos and positive quotes regarding engagement, experience, or present case studies to add dimension to your capability statement. If you have room and you have a situation where you've been rewarded for your product or your skill set, you definitely want to make mention here. Anything that can make your product and your company stand out that another company doesn't readily have available should go into this capability statement. Okay, differentiators. Explain how your company is uniquely different and distinct from your competitors in responding to the needs of the client. Again, this is going to center around our respective products. Explain the needs of the client and why your firm is better positioned than others to respond to these needs. Talk to past clients to find out what distinguishes your products from the competitors. Ask them these differentiator questions to get started. Number one, what distinguishes your products from your competition? Number two, how does your team create an advantage over your competitors? And number three, what other factors help them pick your company over the competition? All right, corporate data. Location. Identify the geographical locations from which your company operates. Include contact information, physical address, contact person, detail, office, telephone, office fax, email address, as much information as you can that will allow them to be able to reach you. And then, of course, your relevant codes, which we already discussed, include your DUNS, cage, next, or other relevant codes. And then, last but not least, your web address. You definitely want to put your web address because these contracting officers and procurement officers do visit websites. They do take a look at the company. They do some of their research, and a lot of it is off of the web, and they do look at your products. Okay, always keep your capability statement current. Anytime that you do something new with your product or your company or you deal with a new customer, you definitely want to go to your capability statement and add that. Okay, then the next is update your capability statement regularly to include current products, services, and other corporate information. All right, key takeaway from this module. A capability statement is an important element in marketing and promoting your business. A capability statement informs your existing and potential customers about your business capabilities, including who you are, what you sell, and what core competencies you bring to the table. A capability statement includes specific information about your product and services, your qualifications, credentials, and differentiators, and your corporate data. Okay, that's it for capability statements. That's all the information that you're going to need when presenting your company and your product to the federal contracting officers or procurement officers for the federal government. Now, if you have any questions regarding the PowerPoint presentation or any information regarding the capability statement, put a message down in the comment section below and I'll respond to you directly. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that bell button so that you'll know when new videos come out every Tuesday. All right, thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. And as always, I look forward to using this platform to help minimize your learning curve. All right, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next week.